Okay. We've started. So we're playing Stephanie's Campaign, which is a World of Darkness.
Yeah, it's based on like Vampire the Masquerade, but it's within the World of Darkness as well. There's several other creatures involved that can tie into the World of Darkness.
So this is a continuation. This is basically the third time we've played this campaign. And Stephen is coming in. There's Stephen, who is joining us on this campaign. Stephen is a creature. What do you call it?
He's a were-dragon.
That's cool.
A Fomora were-dragon.
To be more exact, I guess, yeah.
And Eric's character, what is your character's name, by the way?
Character?
Let's call him Seth.
Seth? Where's my pencil?
Well, I need pencil.
Right there.
Seth Chen.
Chen?
Yeah.
Do I have a notes sheet?
Like Jackie Chan, but Seth Chen. No relation.
Okay. So, last we left off, I'd made it to the catacombs
Yep, in France.
in France. Well, that's loud.
Yeah, hold on. I accidentally punched it.
The catacombs in France. Previously, I had been summoned to New Orleans because the prince had been killed there. I went to the circus. I met a tree dude. I don't remember his name. I think it was Groot.
No.
His
His name...
was Tree Dude.
No, Frank.
Frank. And there was a big Mr. Eyes werewolf dude.
No.
Oh, no, that's the big dude that had lots of eyes, huh?
Yeah.
What was the werewolf's name?
He was a changeling, but...
One Eye, that's what it was. One Eye. Okay.
One Eye was the werewolf. His name was...
Anyways, I had to solve
Remy.
the crime and found out it was a Malkavian vampire that had gone nuts. But then I found out it wasn't a Malkavian vampire. I found out that it was a mage that was puppeteering the Malkavian. And this mage was Old Smoky. Henry.
Called him Old Smoky because he liked to smoke cigarettes. But he smoked them on these long cigarette holders.
Anyways, he killed the sheriff. The sheriff we took him and we arrested him and we were going to have a trial, and I went and decided that his cause was just, so I freed him and we decided we were going to go look for his master. And we ended up going to France and we ended up in the catacombs.
His master is what now?
His master is the guy who was a mage before him.
He was a mage, but he was turned vampire, and he was actually... He became...
The first Tremere.
He became the Tremere Antediluvian, which is
like
the first Tremere.
the stuff you
The
put in your
first
hair
of-
to get rid of dandruff.
The first Tremere bloodline.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, so we're at the catacombs, and
I can hear. I heard like people. There were people coming.
You were hearing voices like teenagers.
Uh-huh.
Teenagers kind of messing around.
Probably coming down to
and-
play in the catacombs.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so you're there with Henry because you had just turned him, and he's lying on the floor. He's still
Is he seizing?
kind of unconscious. He's still in the midst of transformation. So
Do I sense anything weird out of these teenagers? Do I feel like any weird aura, or
No.
do they all sense humor?
no, they're just regular French teenagers that
Speaking in
are-
wee wee and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The language.
Wee.
I don't know. Just kidding. They're speaking in French.
Yes.
So
And they're just
speaking-
kind of drunk and in their just
and they're
kind of
teenagers. They're not.
they're messing around, and they're in right now you're kind of in this central area. There's
Did I come through this way? Is that the
this
entrance?
this is the entrance, and this is where all the skulls are
Okay.
and everything. And
So I'm in here. I'm
Yeah, you're
imagining
in
I'm
here.
probably around the corner.
because you saw several paths going off in different directions.
Okay.
And this is like a sewer grate where it goes like down deep, and you can see like water underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are the
flowing
voices of the
underneath.
teenagers getting louder?
They're kind of still on the outside of the entrance. They haven't gone down the tunnel yet,
Was I thirsty?
but you can like see flashlights, flashing and stuff.
Uh huh.
And so you go. You're just sitting there, and Henry's kind of lying right here, and you're just kind of standing in here, but these voices are starting to get louder.
Am I thirsty? Oh no, I just fed on Henry. Or no, did Henry feed on me?
No, you fed on Henry, but you gave Henry your blood, so
So-
you still need to replenish yourself because you lost.
So
some
how
blood.
many teenagers does it sound?
About 4. There's about 4 or 5 teenagers.
So is there a way to make it?
Sounds like there's like 2 girls and maybe 2 or 3 boys.
Okay, so is there a way to make it so that I like mesmerize? Because don't I have like some mesmerize something? So that I can make it so that I can.
Yeah, you
Stun-
have mesmerize here,
Oh, I do. Dominate. Okay.
and then you also have
Ooh, and those are
conditioning.
high.
You have one that's called conditioning and forgetful mind. So conditioning basically means you can control them to do what you want.
How many of them can I control at a time?
1.
Now,
1.
can I
But
control one of
since
them
you are
to come
4th
to me?
level, you can do
Mass control?
mass mesmerize, which means you can control up to 10 people.
Okay. So when I mass
Since you're level 4
Since-
in dominate.
if I mass mesmerize, what does mesmerize do exactly?
Mesmerize kind of makes them their mind go blank.
So if
They
I
just kind of
mesmerize,
just stand there
mes-
like zombies.
if I mesmerize 4 of them, can I go feed on like 1 or 2 of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they won't know what's going on? They won't even know that I'm there and
Yeah,
feeding. And
yeah,
they're-
they would be
so it
oblivious
wouldn't
to
alert
what's going on.
the authorities or anything like that.
Yeah, they would be oblivious to what's
Okay,
going
so
on.
I want to do that. I'm hungry. I need to feed.
Okay, so I want you to roll a d10.
Okay, just 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
For the first one.
Okay, I got a 2.
All right. You go into.
Can I mesmerize from a distance?
You can mesmerize from a distance, but
Is
it
the
would-
distance the reason I rolled a 2? Was because I was too far back?
yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't
So-
successful?
You would have had to roll a 7 or above.
Oh, you're going to tell me.
Oh, most standard difficulty is 7. 6 for hand-to-hand combat. And she can increase or decrease it based on whether she thinks it's super easy or super difficult.
They're teenagers. Okay. But I rolled a 2.
Okay. So.
So I fell on my thing. What
yeah,
does it do?
you'd have to get a little bit closer to him. Now you do have. You can stealth yourself. You have auspex as well, which means you can see their auras and stuff. You can kind of see what's going on.
So can I
and-
stealth over there and then
And you
do
also
it?
have presence, which means you can decrease their stats. Like just being there in their presence, you don't have to necessarily do much of anything. They
just
have what's
mesmerized.
called, just like you approach them, and just because of your aura, your presence of being there, they stand in awe of you. They're like, what's this, and
So I can get close to them, and
but they would
they would still do something if I started feeding.
yeah, they would pretty much, but their stats get decreased a little bit, and so like their defense and their
Okay.
let's see, which you have two, so you've got the dread gaze, which means you can just stare at them and they would just be kind of hypnotized by you. But then you can also do the mesmerize, one of the dominate.
Okay, so do I have to roll to do this then? How does that work?
No, because just your very being of being there, you don't necessarily have to roll for presence. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna make them in awe of me. And then I
Okay, so
want to try
how
mesmerizing
close?
them.
The teenagers are kind of over here. The four of them are just kind of
Okay.
right here in this area, and the entrance is kind of in a open
It's nighttime,
kind
right?
of thing.
Yeah, because you said there was flashlights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
But
I'm
you
gonna
can
walk.
kind of see the flashlights.
So
they would,
before
they would
I
shine
exit-
it down the tunnel and think, what's down there.
Before I go down there, I want to look and see if it's just the teenagers in that area. Can I tell?
Yeah, you can use your Auspex and find out, how many of them there are, if they're human.
I want to see if there's more. I just want to kind of look around the corner and look out there and see if there's more people.
Okay. Yeah, it's just the four teenagers. There's lots of trees and bushes and stuff, so that you don't see a whole lot with your eyes.
I just don't want to get caught. That's what
But it's dark enough to where they can't really see you, and your stealth is. How high is your stealth on your character sheet?
Stealth is really high. It's almost maxed out.
5
Oh
points
yeah,
or
you're at
4
4.
points?
You're at 4 stealth,
So
so
I
they
am
can't.
very
They
visible.
can't see you. They can't see you worth crap.
So I'm almost invincible.
Yeah, you're almost invisible to them.
Okay. I'm going to get pretty close to them.
Okay, they're just kind of, drinking still. One of them's got a joint and kind of smoking. They're just kind of giggling and goofing off.
I'm going to mesmerize them. I'm going to try mesmerize again. Because I don't want them to run off and call the authorities.
Okay, now they just stand there like
Okay, do I
zombies.
need to roll do you need to roll or is it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Oop,
All right.
An 8.
So they're pretty much gone. They're in La La Land.
Okay, I'm going to go feed on 2 of them. Because I need to replenish my strength.
Okay.
I'm not going to kill them. I'm just
which-
going to feed.
Which 2? There's 2 females, 2 males.
I'll do 1 female, 1 male.
Okay. So you drain the male completely.
No, I don't want to kill him.
Okay.
I don't want to kill him.
You drain the male to where you
Because I don't want to try to alert people where I'm at yet. Not
until
ready for
the male passes out. He drops to the floor.
Okay.
And then you go ahead and
Drain the female.
drain the female. She passes out.
Okay.
And
Am I fully replenished at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're-
gonna go back in.
All right, go back in, and Henry's starting to kind of awaken. He's getting aroused, and
He's getting.
Um,
oh, okay.
he's like moving around and opening his eyes, and he kind of sits up on the back of his elbows and stuff, and he's like, "What happened? What's going on?"
I embraced you.
You did what?
What?
I turned you. If I don't recall, you were okay with that.
And of course, he had forgotten because a lot of their memory wiped.
Did you just lie to somebody?
No, I think I really did embrace him, and he was okay.
Yeah,
with
you.
it.
Yeah.
We talked about it before.
He was okay with it, but he forgot. You know, after he passed out.
Does he know what that means at this point?
Yeah, he does. He was kind of reluctant. He agreed to it, but he was reluctant.
Okay.
Question: why do you have D6 dice?
Because she told me to have D6 dice.
But War of Darkness, the only die is a 10-sided die.
Well, she said for damage and stuff like that.
Damage or
I'll do it. I'm doing it to keep track of like blood points and
okay.
it just helps me to keep track of like humanity because since he's diablerized a vampire already, his risk of frenzying has increased
Mm-hmm.
depending on his humanity. So he needs to keep
How do
track
you
of,
how do you bring your humanity back?
he needs you doing good deeds, saving people.
And so you don't actually roll for like the number of damages. You roll to hit. If you're, for example, if you're shooting a gun, okay, you roll to hit. If you succeeded in hitting, then that weapon has a damage point assigned to it, depending on the type of it. Like if it's a 45
Yeah, but it does, when
Mel
you roll to
gun.
hit, do you get to determine where you shot and aimed, or what?
You can, and then she would decide whether the difficulty increases or not. Because normal difficulty is 7 or 6 for melee, for hand-to-hand.
Yeah, and,
Because a
but
gun-
a lot of times with
When
my
I shoot you with a gun and I shoot you in the arm, that damage is way different than when if I shoot you in the head.
Well, it's still like, for example, if the bullet that the gun they're using causes 2 damage, it has a damage of 2, then it means that that person takes 2 damage. Because in this world, you don't get like a health pool of how many health points you have.
Yeah, you have a blood pool, which means you have to keep feeding in order to, because you automatically replenish your health no
Right.
matter what, especially when you feed.
Because in this world, everybody that's playing is a supernatural creature of some type. So
they So
You
they all
can
feed?
play. You can play
You can
as
play a
a
human.
ghoul if you want, or
Right.
a human.
but basically, your health is on a level.
Hmm.
So mostly if you're bruised or hurt or even injured as a vampire, you just need to feed or rest, and then you're just like in the movies, like
Yeah,
how you heal.
vampires heal unless they take aggravated damage.
Right.
What's
aggravated
aggravated
damage is by another supernatural or a shotgun.
Okay.
Or magical items
Mhm.
that would do, and aggravated damage
Or fire.
will needs to be healed via a special. You can't just rest and heal from aggravated damage. But from normal, like you can smash your hand with a hammer.
Can I cut it off and it'll grow back?
Mm-hmm.
So as long as
Eventually,
it's not
yeah.
aggravated damage, yes, you will. It doesn't kill you or harm you permanently.
Yeah, you will eventually heal.
Yeah.
You know, if you lose a limb or something like that, it will eventually grow
It'll
back.
be like baby Deadpool hands.
Yeah, you are essentially Deadpool. As
Pretty
long-
much.
It,
Yeah.
As long as you're not like permanently kill, you
Yeah, the
will-
trick is to keep your blood pool high and keep your humanity high. Otherwise,
So by not draining that guy all the way to death, do I gain some humanity?
no. You have to do good deeds.
That was pretty good.
you-
I could have killed him.
You keep your humanity in check. See,
Okay.
your humanity, if you have like 8 points in humanity, you keep it at 8 points if you don't kill them. But if you kill a person, it drains your humanity to 7. For each person you kill, it
Okay.
goes down a point.
I can only kill 8 people.
No, you can kill as many.
You can
as
kill as
want.
many as you want. It's just that the consequences of that means that your humanity goes down, which in turn you
So if I cast
Become-
fireball or something and it kills somebody, my humanity goes
you
down.
give in to the beast.
It's basically like blood. Imagine you're a bloodthirsty creature by nature.
Mhm.
Okay, so you either control it. That's your humanity part. You control. You stay in check. You are in control, or you let the urge take control.
What happens if
of
it's a
you.
guy who's killing me? And
If
I kill
it's
back.
if it's for like like combat or defensive purposes, that then you can bash in their skull and drain them dry and do whatever you want, because
My humanity stays good.
yeah,
Oh, because it's in self-defense.
right.
It's when it's doing it to the innocents.
Exactly. That's the key to innocent humans.
Okay.
Yeah, and since we're playing supernatural creatures, you can actually, in this world, you can actually do more damage in melee or using like a sword or something. You can actually do more damage with that than a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Because a gun, a bullet, unless you're shooting somebody full of bullets, obviously, because every bullet counts.
Or
at-
even
at its
unarmed.
damage. Yeah.
Even if you're unarmed, if your strength is high, I mean, you can obliterate.
Right, because
People.
then when you do damage, it's like the pool, like your strength. If your strength is 3 points, then just by punching somebody, you automatically, if you hit, it's up to 3 points of damage, or 3 levels of damage. So you can all instantly bring somebody down from perfect to injured, or to wounded, or
Okay.
whatever. So,
Okay.
and when you're incapacitated, then you can't act anymore. You're basically out of combat like that.
Somebody has to help me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with you being a Tremere, since you rely more on your blood magic and your mental abilities, it's wise to
My intellect
be
is max.
like have like a secondary tactic. It's just wise to have like the melee skill or even unarmed combat skill, because then if you're not able to use your blood magic or anything like that, then you can still defend yourself,
Okay.
and you can still feed on people to kill them too if you need to. Like
Okay.
if a hunter is coming after you, then you can drain him to death.
And that would not take my humanity as
No,
because I was
no, because you're
myself.
defending yourself.
Okay, that's what I figured.
In fact, the act of defending yourself is
More humane. Okay. Okay, so I'm back here. Henry's up.
Hey, you just told him that you turned him, and he's like, he forgot, and so he freaked out.
Okay. What
He's
does he do?
like, "What? You crazy? That's like against the total purpose of me searching for my master." But
This is what you wanted, Henry.
whatever, what's done is done.
Why are we in the catacombs?
Because we had to find a place to hide before the sun came up.
Okay. Do you think we're safe here, or do we need to go deeper into the catacombs?
I think
hide.
we should go deeper, because I thought I heard voices earlier.
Okay. Well, I look around, and what do I see?
You see 3 other pathways.
Besides the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I want to go to the one that's closest to me.
The one that's closest to you is this one here.
Okay. So I want to go down that one.
Okay, you go down this one, and it kind of curves around, and you see kind of what looks to be a door, but it's not.
Are there lights? Is there torches down here? Is it lit up? Is there?
It's very dimly lit. It's like there's a few.
Does the catacombs have like lights like this, or is the catacombs
No, it's
like?
torches.
There's really
and-
torches down
yeah.
there too. Did they leave lit in
Good
the
And-
modern age?
good thing you're a vampire, so darkness doesn't really bother you.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Darkness
it's
does. So I
very
can see in the dark.
Yeah, you can see kind
Oh,
of
so then it doesn't bug me.
a little bit of light coming from this area here,
Okay.
and there's looks to be kind of a door, but it looks very like blocked off,
Okay.
boarded up.
I want to go to the end then.
Okay, you go down here, and there's a few sarcophaguses, or what they like coffin. What do they call them? Like that are concrete they're,
Coffins.
well, they're coffins, but they're like filled in concrete, covered in
Yeah,
concrete.
sarcophagus. Yeah.
Okay.
There's like 3 of them there, and then you see a bunch of skulls all around the walls,
Okay.
kind of lining the walls, and there's a
Can I open the coffins?
couple
Sarcophagus?
of lights shining from there, and the coffins look sealed. They look
How
like
sealed are they? Like with nails? Can I pull it off pretty easily?
it looks like they've got like mortar around the concrete seal, like concrete lid. There's a concrete slab that's a lid, and then the square box.
So
is
as a
the concrete.
vampire, is it okay to sleep in a box like that even though it was someone else's? Or would it be better just to sleep on the ground?
I don't think there is a.
Well, you just need to be away from the sun.
Yeah, I don't think
basically.
there is a.
And the sun is about to come up, or what time did you
It's
say it
about
was?
to come up because when you arrived in France, it was about 4:00 in the morning, and
Okay.
sunrise was at 6:30.
Okay, so I just need to be away from the sun, and obviously here I am wearing.
Yeah, you're. It's pretty much light tight.
Okay.
Aren't you
So.
underground?
Huh?
Aren't you
Underground.
underground?
Yeah, in the catacombs,
So I'm
it's pretty
very-
much
So
underground.
Very protected.
You got free reign.
So
over
does
there.
this look like it's an area that's heavily trafficked? Or,
No, there's. I
like,
mean,
would people come
there's
to
some
this?
tourists, like some tourists come through here
How often?
occasionally.
How often can I tell?
During
Like,
the day, mostly.
well, it's about
there's-
to turn during the day.
Well, during the day, the catacombs in France, the one that's open to public,
It's very
are
busy.
packed with tourists.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking this question.
Yep, yep.
So does it look like there's a place that if I pulled these sarcophaguses out and pulled the corpses out, that I could hide the corpse and hide inside these sarcophagus?
Possibly.
Okay.
If you had some kind of way to do it.
Do I have any abilities to
Can I?
yeah, go ahead. Do I have any abilities to make it like an illusion, to make an illusion last for a period of time, to make this appear as though it's a dead end?
Yeah.
I do? Mm-hmm. How long would
Mesmerize.
how long does the
Or
illusion last?
forgetful mind.
No, but I don't want to do it to a person. I want to make an illusion stand here so that if someone I don't know about comes
He
down
wants
here.
to put up a facade there,
Correct.
and
So that I can go to sleep and know that nobody's coming in that area.
Now,
Because
you-
everybody's going to walk down the aisle and go, oh, it's a dead end.
if
and
you're
turn
a
around.
mage, then yes.
I am a mage. I'm
You
a
are a
Tremere.
mage?
He's a Tremere, but his
My friend is a
ability-
mage.
No, he's not. Not anymore.
Well, he was. So does he suddenly lose his powers?
Yes. Once he's
Oh, you
turned,
want
he
some of these?
loses his
Now I'm
abilities. Once he's turned, his mage abilities are gone.
Why?
Because that's the way it is.
Henry. Oh, Henry.
You just a mage? Just a mage?
Apparently I unmaged a mage.
Yes.
It's amageding.
If I were
They
I would
lose
be
their-
pissed.
So would I.
They lose their mage abilities, but they gain a Tremere blood magic ability, and their other, their other abilities too as a vampire.
Okay. So I can't learn mage abilities? Why can't I?
Because you're not a mage.
You're not a mage. You're a vampire. You're a Tremere vampire that uses blood magic, which means
I still don't get
essentially comes from a mage. Tremere clan come from a mage, but they were
Where did
turned.
mages get their magic from?
They just
Oh, there's a lot of ways to get
yeah.
magic from a mage. But a mage isn't born. It is a supernatural.
So they're
Yeah.
born.
No,
Well,
they learn.
That's
Right.
why I'm saying, why can't I learn like a mage does?
this universe, unless she gives exceptions, this universe kind of already gave you your benefits as a vampire, and it thought that by giving you also abilities as a mage, you will be OP.
I want to OP myself.
No, sorry, ain't happening.
I'm OPing
You're
myself.
already, have a lot of abilities in itself from Diablerie. He Diablerized a Ventru and
mean-
gained the Ventru's abilities.
You already are really freaking powerful.
Yes.
Can
The world
And he's got
is your
the.
oyster.
He's
kind,
also
so
got the path of Neptune's might,
I don't
and he's
know what
maxed
that
out
is.
in that. It's a Tremere path.
Okay.
I control
Because there's
water.
Tremere have a different. Tremere blood magic has different paths. They have like.
I can dehydrate you, which is pretty cool. So I can take and suck every ounce of blood out of you, and that would kill you instantly.
Yeah, see it. I mean, you're
That is
already
OP.
pretty
I would.
powerful.
So.
But I want more power.
He wants to be an all-powerful god. Ain't happening. He's a dork.
I'm grabbing more drinks. Anybody need anything?
I'm okay for now. I think.
You?
I'm good, but I want to be OP-ness.
No. You'll pee your pants.
If I don't pee soon, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Fine. Okay. What else can I do can I do something to block that off somehow?
Well, I would look around and see what other options you have.
So can I pull the bodies out of here and throw them somewhere
Why don't you just open the lid and then get inside?
and just
close
slay with the
lid?
body?
Yeah.
Vampires
There's nothing
don't mind
wrong
that?
with As long as you don't mind, then there's nothing wrong with it.
Personally, I don't. I don't know if my character does. I'll ask Henry. Oh, Henry, would you like a candy bar?
You're your character. You decide whether you're your character mind or not.
Henry looks at you and says, I thought I saw a doorway down the path a little ways. But it was kind of boarded up a little bit.
There were other paths. Okay. Do you want to go down that doorway, Henry?
I would. I mean, maybe it's a door. We can board it up
We
on
need
the
to be
other
quick.
side.
We need to be quick. The day is coming. The light is coming.
We can
Okay.
board it up on the other side once we get through and block it off so people can't get in.
Have some pretzel sticks.
More?
But this is good for now.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so you get up there and it's got like a crisscross board and then like a big board slat across.
Crisscross will
like
make
that.
me.
So it's kind of like a psh, psh, psh. And it's just nailed, with regular nails, so you can
So I just go boom, boom.
you can pull it off real easily.
Okay.
And the door on it has like one of those hoop handles.
Hoop handles.
Yeah, like the ring handles,
Oh, like a.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not locked, but it's kind of stuck. Like it's been closed for a long time.
Is it a wood door?
Yes.
Oh, Henry, what are your stats? Can you break this door down?
He was just a barely turned vampire, so he's a baby. He's still a baby vampire, so.
Oh, Henry,
I mean,
what are
I
your
should-
stats? Can you break this door down?
Oh, Henry!
How many wives
I
have you
should
had,
actually
Henry?
make
Is that
a-
the eighth one?
I should actually make a quick character sheet for him.
I'm sorry. You guys make me goofy.
An NPC. You haven't had any drink yet.
I don't need drink to be goofy.
Would
You
you
already
like some
are. You're a
drink?
dork.
I would like more of this.
Crown is really good.
I
It's
know.
very smooth.
Are you having some? No.
I will if you have some. If you have some, I have some.
No, because
we don't,
if I
then
get toasty, it'll be not good.
There's not enough.
My stomach might.
There's
hurt.
not enough for you to get to.
My
What
stomach.
was your generation? 9 or 10? I don't remember.
10th.
10. Okay, so
He would be
his
11.
generation would be 11.
Oh, Henry, what is your stat? Do you have a level 2 strength stat, or level 5 or 6 strength stat that you can break this door down?
What is your strength?
2.
Yeah,
Your
he
strength
has.
is 2. Yeah,
I'm a mage. Why would I need a strength higher than that?
very true.
My intelligence is maxed out, so don't screw with me.
I don't have anything that's maxed out.
My intelligence is maxed, and my thermatology is maxed. So
Dermatology, it's thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. My thaumaturgy is maxed, so I'm like a god in Neptune. They call me Neptune. No, they call me Jupiter.
Okay.
It's
Never mind.
isn't Jupiter the Roman version of Neptune?
I didn't know there was a Roman version of Neptune.
There's Greek and Roman gods. Neptune is the Greek one, and Jupiter is like the Roman or something. I don't know. Let me look it up.
Pretty sure they all existed together.
They are different. They have different names.
I know they're different names for certain other, like Apollo is Apollo Greek or Roman. Athena. I mean, these are but I thought Jupiter.
Jupiter is the Roman god,
Okay.
and he's the god of light and sky. So he's the king of gods. Whoops. They don't call me Jupiter. They call me... What is the water Roman god?
Neptune.
So that's the Roman one. Yes, you're right. What is the Greek one?
Poseidon.
There it is. They call me Poseidon. Sorry, my
Call
bad.
you Poseidon.
Very good. You are right, though. Poseidon. Poseidon is correct. They have different names, but they consider them the same.
And
God.
Poseidon is also a father, a brother of Zeus, right?
Yes, and so is Jupiter, or so is Neptune. I think was it Roman that was first, or no? It was Greek that was first, and when the Greek Empire was conquered by the Romans adopted their culture and their religion, and they just renamed them because they didn't want to be continuously thought of as like Greek or something like that. I think it's something to do with that. So, are we gonna be a little bit? Do you want to keep going? Do you want me to pause the recording?
I'm almost done.
Okay. You're not okay. So, let me see. What is soak?
Soak means whatever hits. If somebody hits you, then you it's kind of like a
Shield?
shield. Yeah.
You basically negate it. You just take it like
Can
it's
I dehydrate water not just from a person, but from things that would cause them to crumble into dust? Like wood? If I dehydrate water out of wood, would the door crumble if I pushed up against it?
Well, the door is pretty dry in itself. It's been there a long time.
I mean, wood is already the process of making wood
Yeah, but
dehydrates it.
Okay. I guess it would.
I mean, you were able. It was just the handle on it was just. It was just stuck because
if I give it
you
a
could
good
open. Yeah.
If I give it a good kick, would it open? So
Why
it's
don't
not
you
locked.
Try?
It's
Why don't
not
you
locked.
Just try and then see
Just
what happens.
Try and pull it open and
You
see.
can't just ask her if I do it. Would it happen? She can't tell you until you try it.
Oh, well, I just want to know what my spells and abilities are a little bit better. Confused. Okay, I'm going to kick the door.
It opens the other way. You have to
It's a
pull
pull.
it.
So when you
Because
kick
it's a
nothing
hoop handle.
happens.
So I was right!
It has a hoop handle on it, so you gotta pull it. You can't push it.
Okay.
You failed your intellect roll.
Wait a minute, I have a 5. Oh, I don't know. I am at one of those doors that say pull and I'm pushing. Okay, so I'm pulling it.
Right.
And I'm yanking on it. Is it
Okay.
coming open?
Yeah, it's budging. You know, it's
Okay.
starting to come along.
Okay, so I yank on it
And
for
you
a
see
while.
all kinds of dust and debris just kind of crumbling around the edges of the door.
Okay. and I pull it open.
Okay. Yeah, you give it one good tug, and you pull it open, and
You see the light of the sun.
Oh shit! Then I don't want to do that. Oh, he's not the DM.
No, I'm just joking.
On
Is
the
it
other
DM in
side-
this? What is it called in this?
GM.
or a storyteller.
He's not the storyteller.
Okay.
When are you going to be a storyteller?
One step at a time.
Okay. Okay. So I yank the door open. There's no light, right?
Right. It's completely dark. It's
Okay, cool.
and then you see like concrete walls on both sides.
Okay. So can I go in the other side? Can I pull the door shut? Is there a yanker this time?
There's. Well, you can. It's got like kind of a, the hoop handle, but it's kind of broken a little bit. It's like part of the hoop is there. It's like half of a hoop.
If
there.
I finagle, can I get the door shut?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shut the
close.
door again.
Okay, you want to.
And I'm still stronger than a regular human with 2 strength, right?
That
Isn't the
depends.
base a 1 though?
You have, as a vampire, you are not automatically stronger physically. Your vampireness, like your blood and stuff, you have to spend points to be strong, to be stronger.
Oh well, I don't have spells.
They're not spells. They're not spells. You're like your blood pool, for example.
Oh.
Every time you want to be beyond who you are, it costs something. It's
Yeah,
not just
you have to
free.
spend your blood points in order to use your abilities.
So I'm just not strong normally. I'm like a weak
No.
human.
If
Well, you're slightly stronger than a human if you have 2 in your strength.
Oh, so can I make it? Can I be super duper strong if I spend blood points?
yes,
So I can actually
but
bring.
then you can.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can-
bring this above.
You can add what's called blood buff, and it increases a couple of your stats like strength and
Really?
stamina.
Yeah, but
and,
because your
like
blood
if you're-
pool, you only have certain. I mean, up to. I mean, none of us should have more than 10 in
But
anything.
but
I think
blood
I've got
buff,
like 30 or 40.
blood buff only lasts so long.
you
It
are a
lasts,
god then. Oh,
I'm just kidding.
I did not know.
Blood buff only lasts.
Actually, I do have more than 10.
Eric, blood buff only lasts so long though. It lasts maybe just a few seconds at a time. Like
Okay, that's
maybe
fine.
30 or
I don't
or
need to do it.
60
I'm just
seconds.
asking it. I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Dungeons and Dragons or in D&D, your strength is your strength unless you find a charm or you cast a spell.
Right. Well,
And not everybody can do
There's
that.
also charms and fays in the World of Darkness as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain charms that'll increase your stats as well.
Okay.
so yeah. Okay. So your blood pool, for example, for a vampire, you have up to 20. Okay. And then, but every time you use your blood pool points to do certain thing, you lose it until you replenish it.
Until I feed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like for me, I have rage, gnosis, and willpower. Whenever I use it, I lose it until I feed.
Until you eat
Or
brains.
until I rest or I do other
Yeah, and
things.
if your blood
You eat brains or something.
I don't eat brains.
Yeah, you
if
do.
your blood pool gets too low, then your rate of frenzying increases.
Mhm.
Because
Makes
you're
sense.
starving. You're like, and all of a sudden you lose control and you can't control yourself. So you can actually expose yourself to humans.
Okay. I'll try not to. I'll keep my pants on.
So, anyway, you go down this corridor and it's just pitch black. I mean, there's just nothing but concrete walls, but you see kind of a very, very dim light coming from like a little slit, almost like there's a door somewhere. It's like it looks like it's coming from underneath
So I can
the door.
still see though because I'm a vampire. I can
Yeah,
see at
you
night.
can pretty much see in the door.
So like at the end of the hallway, there's a door.
At the end of the hallway, all you see is like this light, but you can kind
Like a
of
silhouette of a door because there's, not necessarily a door, but a silhouette of light at the bottom.
But is it concrete all the way around, or is it a door?
concrete walls, and then
Well,
you just
imagine you're
because-
even though you can see in the dark, okay, you're not like pitch black vision. As in,
It's kind of
things are
in-
further than you can see clearly as a regular person.
It gets dark.
You still don't see it clearly.
Okay. No, that's fine. I just am trying to determine
Yeah,
at
you
the
can
very end
see-
of it. Am I able to determine is it concrete that goes down and it's a concrete
Or
end?
just how long is that tunnel?
Yeah.
The tunnel is like maybe 500-700 feet.
So I'm not
So
able to
it's
tell
really
what at
far.
the end. I'm not able to
Yeah.
tell. I can just tell there's some sort of light at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep walking then. I need to keep looking, making sure there's nothing around
Yeah, it's
me.
just smooth walls all along the sides.
Okay, so I keep going all the way till I get to the end. Is there a door at the end?
Towards the light.
And
Well, this is why I'm asking questions. I'm getting close to the end and I see where the light is. Is it a door? Then what I want to be able
you
to
can
determine.
start to see the silhouette of
Okay.
edges that looks like a door.
So is it concrete though?
It is wooden,
Okay.
but it looks like a very thick old wood.
Okay. Now, can I tell as a vampire? Can I tell whether the light that's coming from it is natural, like the sun, or is it light that's like from a torch?
It's
Because I should be able to tell
looks
because
like you
light
could-
from a torch wouldn't hurt me.
Yeah.
The light from the sun would burn me, and I would know, right?
yeah, you can tell it's like either from a fire or
Okay, so it's not sun.
right.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, I want to find a way to open the door, or open this wall.
Okay, the door looks to be there's a keyhole and it looks like a regular doorknob, but it's like one of those thick iron doorknobs. And there's a little keyhole there, and you'll see you can kind of make out a little symbol on the door, but it looks to be like you can't quite make out what it is.
There's a
But you
symbol
can
on the door?
Yeah, there's a symbol on the door.
What is the symbol of? Do
You
want to
can't
draw
quite
for
make
me?
it out. You can't quite make it out yet,
Do I have to get closer?
because it's still kind of pitch black, and you just can't quite see it.
Do I have
yet.
a torch?
No.
Do I have a magic light on a stick? Do I have a flashlight?
No, do you have a flashlight?
I don't have anything. My
Do you-
inventory
are you a-
is empty.
Are you a smoker?
Henry is. Henry, pull out your cigarette. Smoke away, man.
Cigarette?
Mr. Old Smoky.
He has a-
lighter, you mean?
Okay, Henry.
Old Smoky.
Henry has
Old
has
Smoky.
some matches. He has a book of matches in his pocket.
He's the.
He's a smoker, and he uses like those smoke handles. And he's got a book of matches in his pocket, and he'll pull out the matches and he'll light one up, and he's like, "Can you? Do you have like a stick or something, or we need to look and see what kind of symbol this is."
Light the door on fire. I'm just kidding. It's made of wood, right? That's what you said.
Are you lighting it on fire?
No, I'm just teasing. So he lights the match, and you can hold the match for a few seconds. Can I make out the symbol?
Yes. The
Okay.
symbol looks like this.
Giovanni?
You cheated and looked, didn't you?
I don't know. I was just guessing.
Yes.
So I look at it. Would I recognize it and know that would be Giovanni? Would
You-
Henry know? Either of them.
Henry knows.
Henry, what is that?
That's the symbol for the clan Giovanni. This can mean
What are the Giovanni?
This can mean bad news, but we have no choice. We have to continue on.
Oh, let's go throw the corpses out of the sarcophagus and go sleep in there. What are your thoughts with that, Henry? Do you like that idea?
Well, we still need to get out of here, so it may be nothing, because these are old ruins. It could be an old Giovanni area. We don't know.
So I'm gonna push and tug. I'm gonna push and tug in whatever direction this door opens. I'm gonna try and get it
It
open.
budges open.
Okay, so they didn't need a key.
No.
Okay. Okay, I open it.
Okay, inside, it's like a mausoleum. There's several like name plates to different like where people have been cremated and put in to the mausoleum.
So it's like a door, and inside you can pull it out, and there's a
yeah, and there's like and there where areas doors and areas where the coffins slide inside the walls. You've seen mausoleums before, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you see all kinds of name plates, and then the doors that can open up and stuff. Well, they're all over this like square area.
How did you get into a Giovanni mausoleum that's unguarded? Why is it unguarded?
So do you think that there are people in there that are vampires sleeping in them? I asked Henry that because I don't know this. I wouldn't. My character would probably know this because he happens to be like 700 years old. I didn't know
Then you
that.
totally would know.
So this
That's what I'm saying.
This
But I
mauso-
don't. So you need to tell me.
this mausoleum.
Would I know that?
Yeah, this
So
mausoleum.
would there be
looks
vampires
very-
sleeping in there?
No, because this mausoleum looks very old and
Abandoned?
abandoned.
Okay, so I want to go to one of the
Like it
things.
hasn't been used in centuries.
So let's go to sleep here. It's time to go to bed, Henry. Let's
Okay.
find a place to rest. So I'm gonna pull one open, and I'm gonna be like, Henry, start casting fireball, and I'm gonna start creaking one of these caskets open. Is there a casket in it? You need to tell me. I'm gonna pull.
Yeah, you-
Does it pull?
Yeah.
It pulls. Is there a casket? Okay.
Yep, and it's dusty and
Okay.
it's just a wooden.
Wooden casket.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna start opening it.
skeleton.
It's a skeleton in there.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm
Does
gonna.
the skeleton have fangs?
Yeah, does the skeleton
No.
have fangs? Okay, I'm gonna push it to the side a little bit. Maybe ball it all up and push it at the bottom where my feet would be.
It starts crumbling when you move
It
it.
that shatters into dust.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
beautiful. Even better.
Been there a long time. It's been decomposing forever.
Henry, stop smoking. Okay, I found my bed, Henry. Let's go find yours.
Okay, he finds one kind of close to you.
And we do the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Only this one looks a little less decomposed.
Is it alive still? Can I poke it with
It's
a
still
stick?
kind of juicy.
That means this is fresh.
It's not moving.
What do you mean by juicy? There are different
It's not
degrees of
completely.
juiciness.
It's not completely decomposed.
That like a month or two old could be juicy. After a couple months, they stop to be juicy though.
Well, it depends. If it's a pretty well sealed place, then actually your flesh will start slowly melt away, so it would be like gooey. It will
Either
almost be like
that
sitting in a
or-
pool of gooey.
Okay, that one looks gross, Henry. Let's find you a better bed. Let's push that one back in. Let's go to
Okay.
another one.
Okay, the next one, it's empty.
Is there a thing that he can lay in though?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a it's an empty wooden box.
So Henry, you get this one. I push him in and shut the thing, and I say, "Have a good night, Henry. I'll see you in the morning."
Okay.
And then I get in
You
my
mean,
bed.
Have a good day, Henry. See you at night.
So I get in mine, and I close the lid, or I maneuver it to close the thing back in, and then I close my lid,
Okay. You lie there.
and then I go.
You lie there, and all these thoughts start filling your head.
Thoughts
you get,
of candy bars and
You get thoughts from the people that are visiting the catacombs, and
Oh, okay.
various people that are above you.
so
ground.
I'm still asleep though. I'm able to sleep and regenerate.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not keeping me
as you're
awake.
falling asleep, you're hearing all kinds of voices in your head.
Do I hear anything that's weird or wacko or anything that doesn't feel normal? Like, I'm sure there's weird prepubescent teens saying, "Oh, look at the tits on that one." And shit like that. Do I hear anything different
just regular,
out of the normal?
just
nothing
regular
like
human
nothing
thoughts.
like, "Ooh, let's go search or hunt for someone," or
Just-
anything out of the normal.
Just regular human thoughts, and then you slowly drift to sleep.
Okay. That's what I want to make sure is that I don't hear anything that isn't that wacko or strange or
Nope.
a vampire-esque.
You slowly drift to sleep.
Okay, I go to sleep.
Okay, you wake up the next night
Okay.
and it's quiet again. There's not many people out.
So
and
I
about.
pull myself out of the mausoleum and I go get old Henry out.
And Henry's been up. He's just been kind
Oh,
of
so
waiting.
he was out waiting for me.
He's just been waiting for you in his casket. He's just, it's about time you got me up.
Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get out of these catacombs and let's go somewhere.
Okay, this the area looks to be there's another path that kind of continues on
So
from here. This is the doorway that you came in originally, and then this is the room with the mausoleum room with the various caskets
So
in there.
would there be a reason why I would want to continue further in the catacombs versus getting out of here and searching for the...
Henry, well, ask Henry that. He may know.
Well, I'm just saying let's get out of the catacombs. Let's get out of here and let's go start searching the city of Paris and let's see if we can find the anti-deodorant guy or whatever.
Henry tells you it might be to our advantage to take a look around in this place, in this old Giovanni mausoleum,
Why would we want to do that, Henry? I'm a little concerned that there might be Giovanni around.
because the Giovanni may have some information on the antediluvian.
Oh, is that what your thoughts are? Okay. So you think they might be around here and they may have more
I'm not
info.
sure if they are or not.
Okay.
This is a very old mausoleum. There may be nobody here.
So do you think there's treasure here?
There could be, or books or information that we could use to our advantage.
Okay. And why would you think that there might be that information that has to deal with your anti-dandruff? I cannot remember. Antediluvian?
Antediluvian.
Antediluvian.
I'm
What
gonna
is your
write
guy's
that down
what is
for
your
you.
guy what is your guy's name? Don't write it there, write it here. Write it. What is your guy's name? What is your master's name? Anti-diarrheal.
His master's name was
Because that's actually what I would prefer to
Barabbas.
say it by. Will you write that
Barabbas.
down? Barabbas?
Barabbas or
Barabbas.
Barabbas?
Barabus.
Okay, that's what I would prefer to say. Do you why would you think that the Giovanni would have information on Barabbas?
Because the Giovanni.
That's how I would prefer to say it. His name.
The Giovanni are ones that like to seek for power.
So is the Giovanni a clan like the Tremere,
Sort
or
of.
are they, or
They're
is this just
necro-
like a group?
They're necromancers and they're inbreeders. They stay within their family, but they also are kind of like a mafia.
They're like, yeah, mafia aristocrats.
Okay.
But they're also like very scholarly, so they're always after information.
Okay. Okay. Okay, then we can look around. But why would they know anything about a Tremere?
Most vampires know about each other. Most vampire clans know about each other, and some of them are enemies of each other. They don't necessarily. The Tremere are not well liked at all because they were a made clan. They weren't born of Cain per se. They were made.
Okay. Let's go look. Hopefully he's coming in soon, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Because he's bored.
You
Okay.
know.
Let's go further in then, Henry. I want to find Barbarous. Barabbas.
It's taking a long time because you keep asking questions, and it's like it should take, not very long to get through this.
Let's get through it. Let's go. Let's find Barabbas.
Okay, you continue on, and you see more chambers.
Is there anything special in them?
A couple of the doors have been opened, and the sarcophagus is kind of slid out and opened up.
Okay.
Some of the
I want to
skeletons
examine?
and bodies have been, scattered
That's
about.
what I was going to say. I want to examine. Do any of them look like they've recently been animated?
Yes.
Hey, Henry, I don't know that I like this.
Yeah,
I
some
think
of them
that
look
they've
pretty
been
fresh.
recently been animated, Henry. Are you sure you want to continue? Oh, Henry.
We have no other choice. We have to keep pushing forward.
Why do you know that there's something here special? Do you know that?
I don't, but we may find something.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Okay, after the second chamber, you'll see a spiral staircase leading up.
Okay. I don't know that I like that it leads up because that's up to the sun.
It's
It's dark. It's
That's
night.
true. Well, I don't. Okay, maybe I would know.
You would. You rested.
Okay. Do I have a watch that tells me if it's a PM still? Because I'm in the catacombs, I wouldn't know if the sun's up or not.
I don't know.
And
do
if I
you?
don't have a watch, how would I know what time
Do
it
you,
is?
do you have a watch?
I'm asking you.
Why are you asking her?
Because I don't have anything on me.
You're a seven.
Oh, wait.
Year old.
I have a lockpick, a pocket knife, and 2 blood bags. God, I don't have very many things.
I will assume, since it's the modern day, and you do live in the modern day, you probably have a smartphone on
Okay.
It's 2012.
So I do have a smartphone.
you. 2012. Not a very smart smartphone, but
It's a smartphone. Okay, so I can look at my phone and what time does it say?
It says 7 at night. 7 p.m.
Has the sun been going down at that time?
Yeah, because it's kind of...
What season? Yeah, what day
it's-
of the year?
That's why I'm
it's
asking.
spring. It's like... So the sun usually goes down in the spring, like around 7:30ish.
So it could still be sunny outside. I'm a little worried. Okay, I guess I'm going to climb it, but I'm looking for the sun.
Wait, shouldn't a smartphone tell you? Shouldn't you be able to look it up? What today's sun?
Yes, I'm going to
So-
look that up. When was sunrise and sunset?
Sunset is at 7:20.
So I have 20 minutes before the sun sets. Do I have to sit around for that? Well, I guess I could climb it and see if the sun's coming up. Okay, I'm going to climb it.
Okay, it goes up pretty high.
That's scary.
And it spirals
19.
up. And you come to a closed door,
Oh boy.
and it's just a regular wood door.
Is one of these, does it say push or pull on it? Or do
It's
I
just
start
one of
yanking
those-
and pushing and shoving? And
It's just one of those turn knob doors.
Oh, I have to turn the knob on this one. Okay, wow. We went from unmodern at the beginning of it to modern inside of it. Okay, I turn the knob and I yank and pull or push or whatever. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, it opens either way.
Okay. Okay. Sun? Is it light?
It's pretty dark in there.
Okay.
It looks to me. It looks to be a basement, kind of like
Still in a basement, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay.
because you were underground.
Was this all slanted downwards? Was I keep going down and then I got up to a stairwell that went up?
kind of?
Because I don't know how.
Because you were underground. You were completely underground in the catacombs, and it kind of continued underground
So
because
it
you were
kept
near the
slanting down.
sewers. You could see the sewers down below you,
Okay.
and so you were kind of far under there.
Okay.
And in France, there's lots of
There's
like
lots of
old
sewers.
buildings that have old basements and stuff.
Okay, so I feel like I'm in a house now. Basement of a
You're
house?
in a building of some sort.
Okay, I'm in a building.
Okay, in this building, you see kind of It just looks like a regular basement. There's a water heater.
So this is very modern.
Kind of. It's like an old boiler in a way. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if you know what a boiler looks like, but
Sure.
and then there's like an old gas furnace.
Okay. Sorry.
Um,
Sorry if I'm taking too long. I'm trying to know my surroundings and know
No,
what to
no.
deal
Actually,
with.
I just noticed that this character was created to be like a sort of a scientist. I have 3 points in medicine, 3 points in science, but it kind of doesn't fit my storyline. So I'm just looking at my points. Unless you could make it fit.
Oh, it would.
Okay. Well then, all right. Never mind. I was worried that it wouldn't fit into the.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay, and then you see kind of like a staircase going up and
Up again?
an elevator.
Gosh, I don't know that I like
And an
this.
elevator.
An elevator?
An elevator.
How old is the elevator? Is it very modern, like a regular electric elevator, or one of those old ones with the little zigzaggy
It's
thing?
an old one.
So it's an old zigzaggy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you call those gates or whatever that they used to shut?
Except they still exist all over France.
But they're old.
Yeah, they're all
That's
over
why I'm
Europe.
asking: is it an old one or a new one?
A lot of those older ones are all over Europe.
Okay. How tall is the room? Is it the regular size of a room? Is it a big, tall room?
It's kind of like the same, like 8 or 10 feet high.
So it's a regular size room.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Okay, the stairway just kind of leads straight up.
Am I able to hear thoughts of anything around me?
Yes.
What am I hearing?
You are hearing some intelligent thoughts from
Okay.
some people.
Okay. What are
And
intelligent
you're hearing
thoughts? Describe to
like
me.
you're hearing others that are kind of like they're reading something. They're reading books.
Okay, so I can hear them. What is it they're saying? I
They're-
want to know if I can understand where I am. Am I in a library? Am I hearing a lot of people reading? Am I in a scientific area and I can hear people talking about scientific stuff? Like, describe a little.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like a bit of everything. You know, you hear somebody reading like something from a fantasy book and somebody reading something from a romance book.
So I'm in a
Some-
library. Is that the feeling I'm getting?
You can kind of make out maybe you're in a library.
Do I hear
But
anybody
you also hear scientific thoughts.
like, put the beaker here, only insert this into the beaker? I don't know.
Like formulas. And
That's what I'm asking.
calculations.
Yes, that's what I want to know.
Yes.
I want to know this. It can make
Yeah, you
my
see
decisions different.
you see like the periodic table a lot in your head.
Okay.
Like somebody's thinking the periodic table.
Now
different
is
molecules.
how
and
many
molecular.
people is most of the people that I can tell that are reading books, are most of it very random, or is a majority of it scientific books?
Some of it's random. There's a couple in particular that are very scientific, and they're kind of thinking in similar terms.
So that's why I'm asking. Am I in a place where people are reading books that have to do with work because they're experimenting on stuff, or am I in a library? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Both.
Okay, so I'm gonna start walking up the stairs.
Because this particular building could have more than one floor.
I know that. That's okay, but I want to know what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you're hearing both. Some are like random
Okay.
thoughts from books, and
So
others
then I'm gonna know
are,
there is some scientific laboratory there and something else. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking up the stairs. I get to a door.
Okay, the first door says
There's multiple doors.
the first doorway, because like from the first floor,
Okay.
you know how when you go stairways, there's like
Oh, it's one
it
that
says like
continues
floor
going up.
yeah,
Okay.
it says floor 1 Libreria,
Okay.
second floor
Oh, if I keep going up.
Científica.
Okay. Okay. So maybe I'm in a school. Okay, so I'm going to turn to Henry and say, what do you think? You want to
Let's
get out of here? Because it sounds like we didn't find what we're looking for.
Let's look around a little bit first.
Is the symbol, the G symbol, all over the place still? Or is it now converted into just normal?
It
Like, is this
does not look
Is this a?
like-
Does this look like a Giovanni specific study area, or does it look like it's converted into a regular area and the Giovanni stuff's in the basement? That's what I'm trying to tell.
It's been converted, and the Giovanni, the old Giovanni stuff is just in the catacomb basement
Okay.
mausoleum area.
So it looks like this might be a regular populated area.
Yes.
Okay.
But you don't know fully.
Well, I just
exactly
want to
what
know
it
if the
is.
Giovanni symbol's all over the place.
No.
Okay. So I said, what did old Henry say?
Let's look around the library a little bit and see what we can find.
Okay, Henry.
Because
So?
these French libraries can carry all kinds of occult information.
Okay, let's go look around it. So
Yeah,
I
you'll
open up
see-
the library one. We walk through.
Yeah, you look in, and then there's like rows and rows of books, like a regular library, and then in kind of like the middle, there's like kind of like a seating area where a few people are still lingering around. The library is almost about ready to close.
Do I
Yes.
look like I'm wearing the same attire as everybody else, so I blend in?
Yeah, I mean, you wear modern clothes.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I just want to make sure I blend in.
Henry is, wearing like kind of like a long jacket of some sort, and
Like a trench coat?
Yeah.
kind of
So does he blend in?
he's got a little bit of like makeup on, but he looks kind of like a goth.
Well, so he.
Yeah,
In France,
I'll
he was blend in like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was born there.
Okay.
yeah, he this
Looks
is
like
kind of what he looks like.
He's Asian.
Oh, he is. Is he Asian?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Your character would get along swimmingly with Henry.
You assume all Asians get along.
That's true.
Which I can tell
He's
you. That
Japanese.
is not the case.
He's
That's true.
Japanese.
That is true. That is true. That is true. That is a big assumption. I'm sorry. Okay.
And there just maybe 2 or 3 people randomly seated around like the tables and chairs and stuff that
Okay.
are at the library, and some of them are studying, or they're like, they look to be students of some sort. And then you see a couple of them in like the aisles looking for books, but that's about all that you see in there. And you see aisles and aisles and rows of books.
I would not have the slightest idea where to start, Henry. Where shall we go?
I would check the occult section and see what we can find.
So I
It's-
asked the librarian where the occult section is.
It's in the Dewey Decimal System, 133.
Okay, I'm going to head to 133.
Okay, you go down that row, and there's some books are in English, but most of them are in French and
Can I read
Italian
French?
and Latin.
Can I read French? Can I read any of those languages? It doesn't say.
No, but Henry can.
Henry, what are we looking for here, man? Because he's older than me.
We need to look for some of these old Latin books.
Okay, like what?
Some of them that talk about the occult.
Like, we're down the occult area, so obviously all of them are going to, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what am I looking for specific?
One of them is
Did your eraser break off?
yeah. These pencils are kind of cheap, so
Apparently. Wow, yeah. That's a hard eraser.
one of them is called the Book of Sanguine.
Okay. I'm looking for the Book of Sanguine. I'm curious where our friend's going to come in.
I'm curious what the Book of Sanguine is.
And then the other one is ghosts and other.
Ghosts, huh? So I'm going to ask Henry what is the Latin word for that because I don't know those words. And is he going to be able to tell me so I can look for it?
Yeah, he says he looks down the row and he's like, it looks to be like the Book of Sanguine here, but the other one is not. Like the one that we're looking for is not here.
Okay. Is it like missing or did they even have it at all?
It's missing.
Okay. So we found the Book of Sanguine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we want to sit down and read it, Henry, or are we going to loan this? I don't have a library card.
It looks very, this particular book looks very, very old, like it's maybe at least 100 years old.
So it's fallen apart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you see, Henry flips through it, and it looks to be like the cover of it, like the inside cover. You know how some of them have like paper lining and stuff on the inside.
Okay.
Kind of like
That?
yeah.
Okay.
It looks to be like the inside cover has something underneath it, kind of like a
Does it look like somebody's ripped it off before?
that something's been tucked inside of it.
So does Henry see that and pull it out, or do I have to point it out to him?
Yeah, he sees it. He pulls it out,
Okay.
and he shows it to. He's like, "What's this?"
Okay. What is that? Is it an envelope? Is it a piece of paper? What is it?
It's a old folded piece of paper.
Okay. So let's open it.
You open it up, and it looks to be the Giovanni symbol again.
Oh boy. Henry, is this what you were looking for? Is it in Latin? Is there other languages?
It's interesting. It's in Italian,
Okay.
and it says here. I'll try and translate it to English. It says, "Search for the vampire scholar Beckett."
Okay. Does it look like someone wrote that as notes to themselves?
Yes,
Okay.
it's written in cursive.
Okay. So do we just take this book and leave? And I tuck it under you tuck it under your big old cloaky thing or whatever you're wearing. Your, what do you call that?
Trench coat?
Your trench coat. And then we walk out of the library and still it. And
Yeah.
Go find
But at the
Beckett?
at the very bottom of the note, it looks like, you know, one of those like letterhead papers where like most businesses would have their symbol on top,
okay.
and then it
So
has
this
like a
paper-
letterhead. It looks like it's just a blank letterhead with the symbol on top, and then kind of like a note
The symbol of
scribbled,
Giovanni.
and then it says Paris, France, and that's all it says. Paris, France,
Is that typed in the letterhead or is that written in handwriting?
handwritten.
Okay, because I was going to say, if it's typed in the letterhead, that just means it's coming
like,
from the Giovanni.
you know, it looks like search for Beckett, you know, Paris, France.
Okay. Are we not in Paris, France?
Yes, you're in Paris,
Okay, so
You're
we're
in the
still
middle
in the
of
same
Paris.
spot.
but you've been hearing like scientific thoughts in your head.
Okay.
Beckett is a scholar, so I would just OTC. I would continue searching the floors.
OTC.
Is that like, oh, but you know me? It's the OTC. Hey, but you know me.
Out of
Out of
character.
character.
OOC.
I know. OTC.
Yeah. What is the OTC?
OOC. OOC. Out of character.
Okay. Okay. Is there an address on it that looks like it's an address for this building? Or it just says Paris, France?
Just Paris, France.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Is there anything special else about this book that I need to know? What else?
It's just written in Latin, and this book of Sanguine talks about like different blood types and different mythologies that humans have written over the years.
It has blood types in here too?
Mm-hmm. It's like it's like an old book, maybe 100 or more years old.
Yeah, you said it was 100. Okay.
It's like a medical, kind of like a medical book.
So do you want to keep searching in here, Henry, do you think? Or do we go somewhere else? Because I don't know if this book did much for us.
Gave you a name.
I guess. But I think he said that before.
Have you been hearing anything?
Have
you been sensing anything?
We were looking for Beckett before. Have I been hearing anything? Oh, I hear lots of stuff. People reading in this library, lots of scientific stuff.
Scientific stuff.
There could be people, scholars in here studying.
Beckett is a scholar.
Okay. Would Beckett be here for some reason? Is this a specific scholarly building? What building are we in? Do you know?
We're in the public library in France, in Paris, France. We're in the middle of Paris, France.
Is there like a study place or something? Laboratory in the library?
Yeah, the scientific hall is upstairs.
Okay, we can go up there then. Let's look up there. Are you thinking we might find Beckett in here?
I saw in the staircase that the science hall is upstairs, where all the like scientific books are and stuff.
Okay, let's go look. I
guess you go upstairs.
All the science books are upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll go upstairs. Yeah.
Okay, you go upstairs and
So do I go back out to the same stairway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Part of it is where there's shelves of books and stuff, and then part of it is kind of a laboratory of some sort.
Okay, so describe what I see when I open the door to that level.
Okay.
Because I'm a little confused.
The staircase is like here, the stairwell, and then the first floor is the regular library where there's rows and rows of bookshelves, and then here's like the tables and stuff here. And then you go upstairs to the second floor, and it kind of opens up a little bit, and the bookshelves are over here. The stairwell is here. The bookshelves are over here, and then over here, kind of in a corner, is a little laboratory.
How big is this room?
And this is just a hallway.
Is it's got to be really, really big? Or is it small? I'm a little confused.
Well, it's like a normal size.
Because a library was usually pretty big.
Yeah. I drew it kind of small, but it's pretty good size. It's like the size of the library downtown.
Okay.
You've seen that library, right?
So then that room's huge.
Yeah, it's fairly big. It's got like lots of tables.
Is that really how big that opening is, or is it not that big?
No, the scale is not.
Okay.
It's not really to scale.
I get it. I'm just trying to figure out where I am. Okay, so let's go check the laboratory area. Does that sound like a good idea? Is there lots of people wandering around still?
You see one person.
Are there windows? Is it light outside at this point?
No, it's dark.
Is there windows though? And it's dark outside.
The shades have been pulled down.
So I'm above the ground now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's dark, the sun can't get through.
Okay.
And you hear the scientific thoughts louder, but one of them is thinking blood.
What are they thinking about blood? Just talking about blood types, or
they're hungry.
Oh, someone's hungry. So
like
Henry,
feeding. They're imagining feeding on somebody.
Henry, there's a vampire up here or someone that wants to feed. Be prepared to fight. I'm ready for this, Henry. Be ready.
Okay.
So be on guard. Is there
Which way are you gonna go? You see one person in here.
Okay.
He's wearing a lab coat and he got.
Can I tell?
Now.
Can I specifically tell the noise, the sounds, where it's kind of coming from? Like, can I look at someone and see? Okay, yeah, I can tell that that's the thoughts of that person, and then I can look at someone else and go, okay,
kind
I
of.
can sense that those are the thoughts of that person.
Kind of. You can't quite separate them all the way.
But can I tell which is louder because I'm closer to someone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, once you near somebody.
So when I see that person over there,
Time out for just 1 second. OOC, what would your human form look like?
well, he said he was
Asian.
He's Asian.
Asian.
Okay, do you have hair? Do you not have hair? Are you like
Yes. Younger, like 20s.
okay, 20 looking?
I'm physically fit. Looks
Okay.
lean, not like bulky, but lean and healthy looking.
Okay.
And average to above average appearance for an Asian person, but
Okay.
probably, I don't know, do I wear glasses?
Wow, live is way behind.
Takes a while for it to render.
Live is extremely behind.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
All right. The person in here you see has like dark hair. He looks like 20 something.
And he's Asian?
He's wearing a lab coat. Yes, he's Asian.
Oh, okay.
And he's wearing a lab coat.
What are the
And,
thoughts I'm sensing from this person?
Just
ABC, or is he hungry?
just like periodic tables, formulas,
Okay.
and also you sense something dark in him.
In him, okay.
Darker.
So I'm
Like
going to
he's
walk
not
up.
human. He's not human.
Okay. So
You
I'm
can
going to
tell.
walk up to this individual, and I'm going to. Do they notice me walking
And you
up to
see
them?
another,
Do
see
they
another
feel my
walking,
awe? Do they feel my awe? Because I have a presence.
You see another one
Right.
walking up and down walking up and down these aisles of bookshelves and stuff.
Okay, do I hear the
And
noise
he-
coming from behind me or in front of me? The sound, as much as possible, the telepathic.
The one,
That wants to feed.
the one that wants to feed is coming from here, but I will tell you what he look. I'll show you what he looks like.
So I can see him. I've seen him when I went in here.
Yeah, you can see him because there's glass. I should have told you. These
a
are
glass.
glass
Okay.
walls, and there's like a glass door going into the library area, and there's a glass door going into
Does
the
this
scientific
person
area.
look like he's wearing a lab coat like he belongs there?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But he looks like, I'll show you a picture of him. He looks like this.
Okay. That's a bit bizarre.
And he's actually part of the lore of Vampire the Masquerade. He's an actual character.
Okay.
So
I'm going to go very, very carefully, wondering if the awe is able to be. Does that only work for non-vampire, non-magical creatures, or will awe, my presence, awe other
it
things
can
as
work
well?
on other vampires if they're weak enough.
Okay. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to tell Henry to be prepared that there's something not right here, to be prepared to fight. And I'm going to. Does he notice that I'm coming? Or does this person notice that I'm coming?
They can see you.
Okay.
They
So
can
I'm
see
gonna
you. They're-
approach
they're
him and say-
glass windows. And
So I'm going to approach him and say, "Sir, I am looking for a Mr. Beckett. Have you heard of a Mr. Beckett? I am looking for the Scholar Beckett."
he's across the hall. He's
That's what
looking
they
through
said.
the-
This person says to me.
Yeah,
He's
He-
across the hall. Okay.
he's looking through the books.
Thank you for your help.
Beckett's over there reading one of the books. Says he's walking down
And
the
I can
aisles.
sense the feeling of I'm hungry from Beckett.
Yeah.
I want to feed.
Yep.
So I'm going to approach this individual and I'm going to say, Sir, I am looking for an individual by the name of Beckett. Could you help me with that?
Well, I am Beckett. What may I help you with?
Beckett.
You look to be Tremere, are you not?
Ah, Beckett. So you are part of the world of darkness. Is that what I would say? I don't know.
Yes, I am kindred.
Oh, you are a kindred. Is that what I would say? I need to know what I would say. I don't know. You guys know more than I would. You are a kindred.
Yes, I am Gangrel clan.
Gangrel. Okay. Beckett, I am looking for some advice. I am looking for a friend of mine by the name of Barbarus.
Barabbas?
Barabbas. Sorry, Barabbas. I'm not
He
doing
is the
that.
Tremere Antediluvian. Why would you want to seek him? That is, if he were to be awakened, that's a sign of Gehenna. I would strongly advise you not to seek this individual.
My friend here knows Barabbas. Barbarus. Sorry, I know you just said it, but I really forgot.
Barabbas.
Barabbas. My friend here knows Barabbas and would like to speak upon his master one last time. We are not here to inspire Gehenna. We just are looking for a final resolution for my friend here.
Well, the last known place I know of any antediluvian, I'm not sure where the Tremere antediluvian is, but the last known place I know of any antediluvian is in the frozen tundra of Greenland. However, the Kuei Jin have been wanting
Say that again. Say it one more time. I'm sorry, I missed it.
the
Greenland?
only in Greenland, in the
Okay.
frozen tundra of Greenland.
That's where he only knows of where the antediluvian are at all.
yeah, because
Do they all go
during
to the
the
same
last during the last ice age, it is the last known place that I know of one that may be still slumbering,
place? Okay.
because they're scattered amongst the entire planet, and the only place I know of is in Greenland. However, the Kuei Jin have been very interested in getting a hold of one of the antediluvian themselves.
I am not Kraejin. I am just here to help my friend.
No, I'm saying that the Kuei Jin have been,
Searching for them as well.
yes.
Yeah, I know. And I'm trying to tell him that I am not them. So he doesn't think that I'm searching for them.
Well, he knows that you're Tremere.
Okay. Is the
The Kuei
Kraejin
Jin is an eastern vampire.
is a different type of vampire?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a different supernatural altogether.
Oh, okay. So it's almost like a
It's an Asian vampire, pretty much.
okay. Okay.
Do I smell blood?
Do you smell blood?
Uh-huh.
Are you here?
Yeah. He's right there.
So you spoke for him earlier. Okay, well, I honestly don't know him. I think
Oh,
Yeah,
you-
you just
I
said,
think of him as
I
an
said that
NPC.
he's a...
And that's okay.
He's a guy...
I know.
He, all I said was that you see a guy in the lab that has dark hair. He's Asian. He looks to be in his 20s.
Until there's any reason for me to be concerned about him, besides knowing that he is something special, I am going to not concern myself with him.
Yeah, I said you sense something dark. You hear his thoughts of like formulas and periodic tables and all that.
Okay,
kind of
so
stuff.
I'm still hearing stuff.
But you also sense a darkness in him, like something. He's supernatural, but he's not. He's not vampire.
Okay. Is it something that I can hear his thoughts and I'm concerned that he's thinking I'm going to eat because I heard the Beckett I'm going to eat. I'm hungry.
Yes.
And I'm speaking with Beckett right now.
Yes.
What was he thinking?
Beckett says to you, he says, I would strongly advise you not to seek this antediluvian. It would mean Gehenna and the end of all of us.
Okay. Thank you.
That's my advice. I am afraid I must leave you now. I need to feed.
Okay.
I have not fed yet today, so I will bid you farewell. That's all I can tell you. That's all I know.
I appreciate your advice.
The person,
Beckett.
the person across the hall here, I know of him.
What
he
is?
is not kindred.
Should I be concerned, Beckett?
Possibly.
Do I smell blood? I have my alertness specialized in scents. So, like smelling and stuff. So I roll, and I have 3 successes.
You definitely smell some blood. He has a couple blood bags.
Blood,
so you
and
smell that.
Do I smell, like stench, like smell?
You smell something
dead
that is
corpse
not.
or-
That is definitely another.
Yeah, but
you
he-
knew of Beck. You knew.
I was going to
know
say
of
he would
Beckett.
smell Beckett
Uh-huh.
too
You
then
know
at the
of
same
Beckett,
time.
but you know that he is only interested in a scholarly type searching. He only searches for information.
What was I
that
doing?
so you let him.
Yeah,
him be.
it'd be nice to.
But you definitely are not friends with the vampires.
So we have a mutual understanding. I'll
You
leave
have
him
a mutual
alone, he'll leave
understanding.
me alone.
Yes.
But what was I working on? Why am I even here? I'm interested.
You are here to get some information on different blood types and
So is he here because he works here, or is he here under
Yes.
false pretenses?
it's part of his job.
Oh,
He's working.
So what's my job?
yeah, I'm curious.
He's just a scientific researcher.
So since you're
For-
working around the population a lot,
For what? For which company or which academia or tell me more about my
quote unquote job.
Yeah.
It is under the false pretense.
Because you
Can't
gotta.
tell you too much though.
Well, here's the thing. After I transform into a Fomora via by the Bane that I free from the artifact or the item, obviously there's a time lapse between then and now. Do I ended up working for Pentex? Did I somehow
Yes.
join Pentex?
Who's
Okay.
Pentax?
Pentex is this corporation, this big evil corporation that's run by demons and all kinds of evilness and stuff.
Okay.
They're very high tech. They do a lot of research on demonology and how to turn people into slaves or demons and whatnot. I mean, all kinds of stuff. But yeah,
You're kind of doing something undercover, but
so I'm a researcher
you're-
for Pentex.
yes.
Okay.
But
So what
it's,
he?
It's under a kind of different name.
A subsidiary of Pentex.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then I was sent here to do more research. Specifically, what kind of research? I need to know, like, what am I researching for?
Kind of like different diseases of the blood that would cause the human population to, kind of like a plague almost.
Okay.
A blood plague.
Well, Paris would be the perfect place to study plague then, because all those bodies in the catacombs were a result of the Black Death and the plague and stuff. So.
Okay.
Okay. See? Now it makes more sense.
Okay.
Okay. the guy in the lab sees you.
The guy
and-
sees me.
Yes.
You're talking to me.
Yes, sees you and Henry. And he walks out into the hall.
This is her controlling you now, I imagine.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So I'm over here still. He walks out into the hall.
okay, and then I'm gonna allow you to gain control. Do you want to
Why
investigate?
did I walk? Oh, because I smelled the blood?
Yes.
Okay, so I could smell the blood and okay.
Okay.
But you want to find out where it's coming from. You want to.
So is he frenzy? So really quick, I because I would know this being as old as I am. Does his group have complete and utter disregard for the law, or would he like follow some sort of a, what do you call it,
Well, you
masquerade?
Do you
Were
know
they-
the group that I'm with? Though? That's the thing.
Well, are you
They-
with
The Fomori.
the Fomori? Do the Fomori,
They
would they be
want
willing to
to-
expose themselves and this operation? That's the question I'm asking. Because if there's commotion or a mess, it would expose something. Like, do they immediately? And I would know this. When there is, it's like vampires and werewolves in Underworld. When they see each other, they immediately just start fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same scenario with these guys when they see vampires?
Well, he's
Or do most of them they try to stay civil around each other in the public, and then when they're not in public, they may fight?
Well, there's definitely a sense of secrecy in especially what Pentex does. That's
Okay.
why they disguise it as a corporation.
Correct,
And
which
they're
is
not
fine.
called Pentex in public. And people who work for them are almost all like, secret agents and stuff.
Okay,
like
that's
that.
that's fine. I just want to know my character would know if he was in a risk of danger.
Well,
And I want to know if I am in that risk of danger because I'm going to behave
Well,
differently.
the thing is,
based
does your
on
character
that.
know that I'm a Fomori?
No,
That's
my
the
character
thing.
knows that you're something dark, though.
Right.
So my character knows you're something dark, but you're dressed as though you work there and you're working there.
Well, I think it will almost be logical for you to assume that since, what's his name?
Beckett is a
Beckett.
vampire
That him and I have been in the same room
for a while. I know.
for predetermined.
But I
amount of
still want to
time,
know if
and
I need
nothing
to-
has happened to him
Mhm.
that I'm at least not aggressive towards vampires.
Correct, and that's what I want to know is if I need to be on my defensive. If I need to be ready for a fight.
Okay, I walk towards you, and I'm going to use my gift, Sight of the True Form. Since I smell blood, but I don't. Blood could be for many, many reasons. I want to see what these two individuals in front of me are.
You have to roll to see if it's successful, or you just...
No, actually, I don't. Sight of the True Form is just a gift. A gift is like a. What's the best word to? It's an innate ability.
So kind of like my presence.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm just curious. Whatever.
There's certain abilities that you don't necessarily have to roll for.
Okay.
It just happens.
Yeah. Usually, the things that you have to roll for are things that will affect others,
Mhm.
or like an action that results in the.
But what if? But it affects me, as in you're able to find out about me that I may not necessarily want you to know that.
So if you have, and that usually plays in as in if you have anything that can conceal you,
Mm-hmm.
then this will be the point. This will be the time to like mention that you have something that can conceal you.
No, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna say that's fine.
Okay. So, and I don't necessarily. I can't see like what type of vampire you are. All I can see that is you are a vampire
Mhm.
of some type.
So do I see you walking towards me?
That's what she said. I walked towards you.
Yeah.
But
You
do
can
I
see him
see
walking
you
down.
walking, or are you walking?
He's
Well,
walking
you see
down
me
the
walking
hall.
towards your direction, kind of try to, like I'm
He's kinda-
smelling out something.
Yeah.
I turn to Henry and I say, Henry, be prepared. Something may be going down. And I turn and I walk out to the hall and I look at you and I say,
And Beckett says, "Oh, it's just a let's see, what Makole? Is it a Makole or
Mokole? Yes.
yeah?"
He says it's just a mokole. Mokole.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He says that it's just a mokole,
Yeah, Beckett tells you it's just a Mokole.
so he can
Um,
change into a dragon.
Yes.
Should I be concerned,
he's-
Beckett?
It's
He's
just a Mokole.
So should I be concerned, Beckett?
Well, we're on
Am I up to you guys yet?
me. Well, pretty much. I mean,
Well, I'm talking very quietly. Should I be concerned, Beckett?
no, we're on good terms.
Okay.
He's keeping to himself, and I'm keeping to myself.
Okay.
And so he hasn't done anything yet to.
Did you say his name's Beckett?
Mhm.
B-E...
Beckett. And he is a gangrel vampire that's a scholar, but he's very powerful. He's 7th generation.
Oh. Beckett, you have friends.
Yeah, these two approached me and started asking questions on antediluvian.
Sorry to it's just you smell a little. I assume it's you.
Smell of.
Of blood.
You must be talking about my blood bags. Yes, I keep a couple for times that are needed.
So you are with Beckett.
I am a kindred.
You surprised me. I thought your kind won't easily present himself his true identity.
I am with Beckett. Yes.
Okay.
Beckett says to you, he was just here asking questions, and I answered him and gave him all the information that I have, but I advised him not to seek out what he wants to seek.
That sounds like an interesting topic. What is it that you're seeking?
I'm seeking a friend.
That Beckett suggests you not to seek.
Yes, he did suggest that.
I would not say that I'm as wise as your kind due to the age difference, but someone like Beckett, who's a very wise person, you should listen to his suggestion.
I will take Beckett's suggestion to heart. Yes. What is it that you are doing here? Because I sense that you are not who you appear to be.
I am exactly who I appear to be. I'm just more than what I appear to be.
Oh, really?
And no, I am a scholar like Beckett.
Yes. What is it exactly you are learning?
Plagues. You know, like Black Death, the type that wipes out mankind.
That wipes out my friends, the men,
Your friends.
mankind.
I do not know your mankind would call your kind friends, but
I don't know that they would call my kind friends, but I would prefer someone not wipe out the cows as a man likes a hamburger.
Nothing, sound good.
I sure won't. Why not? Okay. You seek the Black Plague. Why do you seek the plague?
Well, it's my job. I'm a scientist.
Yes.
Plagues have various uses. It's not just something that kills without a purpose. It in itself has a very important purpose. And to understand such purpose, to understand its origin, we can then learn to manipulate it to our benefit.
Yes. Does he have to feed? How does he restore his blood rule?
I don't have
Quote,
that
unquote.
rule.
So you can just keep casting spells without any repercussions?
No, I have to rest.
Okay.
I use gnosis to cast spells.
What's gnosis?
It's like your mana. I have my mana pool.
Oh, okay. Okay. Whereas a vampire could go drain their blood pool almost empty, feed, fill it all back up, and keep going all day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have no.
You have to rest.
I have to rest, or I can charge it through magical means, but of course they're not easily
Obtainable.
obtainable,
Okay.
available.
Makes sense. Okay.
But I don't necessarily need to cast spells when I transform into a were-dragon, for example. That's all physical.
Mm-hmm.
So-
That's your natural ability.
Yeah. Like bite or claw people to death. That's just no spells are involved in that. And that I can do all day long.
Okay. Okay.
Beckett turns to you and says, one thing that about the Kuei Jin, some of them have been seen here in France searching for information. I have seen some of them,
Oh shit.
but not revealed myself to them because
Would you be so kind as to give me some information whereas I might be able to procure the company of a Kuei Jin?
Maybe
you
I
don't
can
want
be
to
of
meet
s-
a Kuei Jin.
Maybe I can be of service for.
Oh. Do
Well-
you happen to know the Kuei Jin?
Well, I know of the Kuai-Jin, but since they're Asian, and many of them I speak the language of.
I look at O. Henry. Okay.
Now Henry says, well, whatever that would find my master so I can seek closure.
Okay.
You have a master? You serve a
I
master?
did. He was taken from me.
I
It's a long story.
am here to help a friend gain some closure.
And what's your agenda?
My agenda?
Mm-hmm. Everybody has an agenda.
Again, I am helping a friend.
And what do you get out of it?
What do I get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's a good question. My agenda is I get something to do.
It makes sense, actually. Well, it actually depends. How old... What generation are you? How old are you?
I am over 700 years old.
Okay, so it makes even more sense. But you get bored very easily.
I do.
You,
I do.
You probably have done...
Most everything.
Beckett's over 1,000 years old.
And I have seen a lot of things in my time. How old is he?
24.
Oh, he's very young. Okay.
I'm a millennial.
You are. Especially since the year is 2006, actually. Is what the year is.
2012.
Really? And I'm older than it says I am. Because you say I was born in 1303, and I am. Oh, wait. No. It's 2016. Sorry, it's 2016.
That's all right.
I'm 713 years old, and I appear to be 27.
I'm literally 24.
Yeah. So I'm extremely old. I'm bored. Vampires do get that sometimes.
Well, a lot of vampires that have lived that long usually slumber if they get that bored.
Well, I am pretty much done for the day on my research, and I would, if you so desire, I can accompany you.
So, really quickly, because I don't know what the Kwai Jin are, but I'm sure my character would know.
The Kwai Jin.
Kwai Jin. Would I be concerned? Because I don't know. See, this is where you guys know this whole lore a
Kwai
lot better
Jin
than me.
and Kindred
And I
are
don't.
not the same. They do not. Kwai Jin do not come from Cain.
Are they vampires though?
They're vampire-like. They feed on blood and human energy for sustenance.
So where did Kwai Jin come from?
They come from when they are a human. Kwai Jin have like a second breath, and
When they are what? When they're what? Say it again.
after they die, a
Okay.
human has what they call a second breath.
In this world, or just
Yes, and whatever, if they did not accomplish any, they return a second time as a supernatural. And it could be...
and this is all humans.
no.
How-
Just Asian, the Asian vampires.
Wait.
No, the Asian, well... help me explain it to him. It's really hard to explain.
What's hard to explain? They are those who have died and come back to life
Okay, so
because
they're regular humans.
they were.
They were
They
regular.
had a human.
They were
They
human.
lived as a human.
Okay, and then they died.
Right.
And how come they come back again?
It's like a resurrection, kind
It's
of,
like
or a
some-
reincarnation.
Like something unfinished. in
Okay,
this
so
world,
any
a time-
human should be able to do that, right?
Except it's very rare that it happens. So one
So it
in
can happen
100,000
to.
more.
So it can happen to like a French person. It can happen to an American. But it happens to Asians more often.
Right.
Why? There has to be an explanation because there's nothing different.
Let's see.
What's the difference? Is it because their religion?
There-
and they
it
studied
could be-
something?
It could be something racial, because of their. It could be because of their religious beliefs. Because most Kwai Jin
Yeah, but
have like
everything came from one thing, right?
Not necessarily.
Why do Asians have that ability? I'm confused.
I don't.
So, vampires are a type of undead. Okay, because
And they
you've died
descend from
and then,
pain.
Yeah, but
Right.
the reason
And
that a
and it's
vampire
through
exists,
bloodline. Okay.
that reason
You
a
get too
vampire
technical,
exists.
Eric.
Well, I want to know. The reason a vampire exists is because of Cain, and the reason Cain exists is because of what he did on the planet on Earth, and God marked him. Mm-hmm. Right? God
killed-
created Cain.
And
And then Cain
killed
created
Abel.
Yes, and then Cain created all vampires. So that's where you can trace it from. So I'm curious why it's only specifically Asians. Is there something that you can trace it back to that happened at a time that made it so that that's in the blood of regular human Asians that it happens
It doesn't
to?
work like that. It's something that it's kind of like coming back and being reincarnated.
Why can't anybody else be then?
It's never been really explained.
So it isn't explained.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. So they don't
No,
know.
because they come back into the second breath to do
Is
something that's unfinished in their human life.
is it like a ceremony they participated in life, and because they never finished what they wanted to, they come back? Do you see what I'm saying? Because why wouldn't a regular American out of the blue who's like,
It's
in my
kinda
life I
like-
want to accomplish this, but then
Okay,
they die and then
For example, if somebody in their human life was doing drugs and was constantly not doing anything significant with their life, and they all of a sudden cause somebody to OD on drugs, they would come back as that person that they caused to OD in kind of a in kind of like a to atone for what they've done to that person.
their sins.
Yes. And so
Why
they
doesn't
would
a
have
regular
to
person do that though?
and being a Kuei Jin just basically means that you are still undead or a supernatural. And so you would have to feed on the essence of humans in order to continue your
Undead.
undeadness. You know, to continue your journey into atoning for your sins.
Yeah, so they have no lineage or relations to the children of Cain at all.
Well, and that's okay. I don't expect that. What I'm curious about is how come it's only Asians?
That they never explained.
They never did.
Yeah.
Because
Not the creators.
because I'm
of the
wondering
game,
what makes it specific to only
it's
Asians.
just
that do
because. It's just because. It exists just
that.
because.
Silly. Okay.
I mean, everything doesn't have to have a reason.
Yeah.
It's just because.
Mm.
I guess in my mind, I don't see in color. So I want to know what the difference is, because in my mind they're not different. Do you see what I'm saying?
They use human blood as an energy source, but they don't
But they don't
necessarily have
need
to.
that.
They don't need blood. They can feed off of somebody's
It's the
essence.
chi. Chi is what they're after.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's a religious thing. You can have
No,
it.
chi is
No,
not
it's not.
religious thing.
It's energy.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you.
Mhm.
But as a white American, I could go become a Buddhist.
Yeah, but Buddhist doesn't talk about
Is
chi.
a belief. Buddhism is a belief.
religion, but chi doesn't exist in Buddhism.
Well, I'm just talking about generally.
Oh.
I
well,
could. I don't have to be a specific race in order to be to partake in something,
Right.
and that's why I think it's bizarre that that's the case in this. Does that make sense?
So in the mythological world, okay, there are flaws in the mythological world. For example, a vampire, okay, children of
Okay,
Cain.
can we pause it for a second? I gotta use the restroom.
Yeah, let's do that because
And I gotta refill my drinks.